Alright, so here we have Shoe 76, and this is his area in the military builder server. Alright, so right at his spawn, he says, disclaimer, not all ships are mine, check credits. Dobre dode to my world. Welcome in Serbian. Right here, he is Greek, Russian Greek. Moving on. Okay, so he's not actually from Serbia. So here we have a sailing ship and some 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yeah, he has like a bunch of roads too, so I don't know where exactly to start. Let's go over here. All right, so next up we have the Novinje Vozmosnovti. I don't know what that means. Wow, this one's just packed. I thought it was just gonna be an empty deck for some reason, but yeah, this has a lot of different. This looks like a Su-57. This is like a futuristic Russian aircraft carrier concept. Probably we have the Ka-52 and the Ka-20 something, 27 perhaps. And that's their AWACS system. Then here's the island. But Russia, of course, they cannot afford an aircraft carrier. They have the Admiral Kuznetsov. I wonder if he actually built that as well. You know, this is similar in design to the Kuznetsov, but it does have catapults instead of like a ramp. Alright, the next one is the Ulyanovsk. This one has the classical ski ramp. Sorry, my shaders, they don't really show night vision too well. So all this part is kind of dark, and I would have to play in another shader, or that would be terrible. But anyways, yeah, this one is also packed with lots of details. Got the guns here on the side, missile pods, and Russia likes to call them like aircraft carrying cruisers rather than straight up aircraft carrier, because that's just their classification. But yeah, this one is also packed with a lot of aircraft. Like, I feel like you would not see this much aircraft in the real thing if this did exist. And got the elevators also. Let me see. Yeah, it does actually have an interior, so it's all green and stuff. It's also packed, and it looks yeah, overall complete. Like, I don't think this really needs any more work, does it? Let me check the other one if it also has interior. No, that one that one has nothing inside of it. Alright, and then we have this green one. Hopefully it's not because I'm using the wrong resource pack. This one, it says the Project 1153 Orel, or Leningrad. Alright, so I guess this is like a concept art. This one has a catapult only on this side. Got a Su-25 Frogfoot. Lots of large missile pods in the middle. Yeah, we can just go over all these builds. They're just packed. And here's the Kamov. Really like the engine design for this one. Here's another Kamov, and here's a different one. This one's probably like AWACS or something. And then we have these colorful jets. I don't really recognize this color scheme though. Is this an actual thing? This one actually looks like that VTOL fighter jet I think the Soviet Union made. Then in the back we have some more close weapon systems like that. And the deck actually overhangs a lot from the bottom part. We've got a radar here, and there's the elevator. Let's see if this one has interior. Yes, it actually does. Just looks like that. It's like a fire truck or something inside of a... I never actually seen that, fire truck inside the aircraft carrier. And then the outer edge, there is this deck area with a minecart tracks for some reason. Yeah, this reminds me like something from World War II. And here's a look at their bridge. Again, very well detailed and got the Soviet Union flag, at least for their navy. And now we have the Admiral Kuznetsov. This is the actual real-life Russian aircraft carrier they use. I believe it's still undergoing repairs, and especially after it had that fire when the crane crashed on top of it, so it's not in action. Yeah, it has a lot of maintenance issues, but yeah, here is what it looks like in Minecraft. At least it looks really cool. Got the like this random crosses right there. I don't know what that's all about. And got the helipad markings for the Kamov. And here's a look at their island again with the fire trucks. Why are there fire trucks on the aircraft carrier? Yeah, lots of antenna detail. And here's a look at what it looks like in the back. And I don't know why there is like this larger landing pad that's like yellow. Why? Is that for a larger helicopter like a Mi-26, I mean? Alright, next up we have the Kiev, or Kiev. And this is like, yeah, it's an aircraft carrying cruiser, I think. Very nicely detailed. Even got weathering at the bottom a little bit. And they have the VTOL fighter jet. Okay, this is the one I was talking about where it just goes vertically up. But it was very expensive. And we have some Ka-27s and some more. Also, like the deck is green for these parts. And here's what it looks like in the back. And on the side, they also have these lifeboats right there, just tucked away in there. And here's a look at the island. Some more landing boats or lifeboats, I mean. Alright, now let's go check out these sailing ships on the side here. I don't know, is this like the Russian Empire? Yeah, I think it is the Russian Empire sailing ship. So it is pretty cool. He's not just building modern day ships, but you know, ones from the olden days. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Here's the one with the sails. Then if we go on this side, we have some larger aircraft. What are these, 4-to-1 or 2-to-1? But they have like the F-15E Strike Eagle and the F-14 Tomcat and the Su-57, the Felon. And over here we have this hardened aircraft shelter. Maybe it's a Soviet design. And then here we have St. Basil's Cathedral from Moscow, Russia. Yeah, very famous at Red Square. And then here's another building. Lots of these, you know, Orthodox Russian church buildings. And then following that, we have a random Polar Express Pure Market. Yeah, Pure Market 1225 right there. And cars, I guess. And fire truck. And he also has some vehicles. So yeah, lots of different tanks from the Soviet Union. Let's see, this one's a T-34-85. Right there, got the red star, and you know, all the Soviet trucks. Lots of different designs for tanks and trucks, basically. The KV-2, classic. And we also have the Nazi German vehicles right here, like the Panther. And then this part, he actually has a little car collection, pretty cool. Has a lot of detail inside of it. And yeah, nice display. And I guess over here, he wanted to also build some churches like that, and maybe some medieval buildings here. And apparently the reason why he has those medieval buildings is so that he has this medieval Kievan Rus town. This is making a survival Moscow-inspired town. So yeah, I guess that's why it exists. Pretty cool idea though. And over here we have the Hind in the Forest. Yeah, pretty cool. The propellers actually do rise up. That's pretty realistic. The Mi-24. And then it's in this like forest area. Let's see what kind of tank are these at the bottom, like T-70. Which one is this? T-72, B-3 maybe? I don't know, man. But yeah, they're definitely Russian. This one's actually flying so close to these trees. It might actually hit them. And behind these aircraft carriers are more aircraft carriers, and behind that we have some more ships. I think we have reviewed some of them before, like the Slava class and the Kirov class, but some other ships we have not seen yet is the USSR Sovietsky Soyuz. That just means Soviet Union. They actually just named a ship after that. Looks to be a battleship. I don't know if it actually existed. I don't know much about these, you know, Soviet, you know, battleships or battle cruisers, but yeah, it's really well detailed. Then we have the Sovietsky Rossiya. So here it looks like a battle cruiser, battleship. Yeah, I'm gonna go with battle cruiser on this one because, you know, I feel like this like belt armor on the side. Got these gigantic turrets. The guns, 2 guns per turret. And yeah, pretty cool. And in the back they have this aircraft catapult there. Russian Navy Jack, I think. Yeah, Russian Navy Jack. Then next up we have the Tsarograd, like that. This one has some interesting gun turrets. I've never seen something like this before, where they have like, what the heck are on the top of these? I don't know. They even have like these gigantic guns on the side. Is this actually a real ship? I have no idea. Apparently he says this one is a concept and another one was scrapped after 40%. But the rest should be real, at least he says mostly. I don't even think we should go over every single name because then the video would take too long. But yeah, you can see the designs of all these ships. Very cool. This one looks really old though. And even some more designs. I literally never seen this ship before. Like, look at this funnel. It's going 45 degrees that way for some reason. Another ship like that. And these ones actually look like they're in like the same class. What the heck is IRN? So apparently IRN just means Imperial Russian Navy. Alright, so moving up towards the back part, we have a lot of actually Italian ships. But first off, let's go take a look at this one. The USSR Soviet Union ship, Imperial Russian ship, and now we can take a look at the Italian ships. They have the red and white stripes in the front, and in the back they actually have some planes right there. So yeah, 3 planes like that. And not gonna lie, this kind of looks like the Mexican flag, but I know it's the Italian Navy. Yeah, I think it's like the World War II Italy flag. It's slightly different. This one's the Roma. That one, I think that one's the famous one. And yeah, lots of these ships. There also is the Litter, and here's like one of those concept art Russian Navy ships still in the works. And at the back, yeah, Moskvas. And then we have the Udaloy class destroyer used by the Russian Navy or anti-submarine warfare. Take a look at that. Again, like the US Navy ships, they are not his apparently. That's a really interesting helicopter pad design. Looks like balls, to be honest. And then here's the other one. Yeah, if you're into the Russian Navy, definitely Shu has like everything, I guess. And over here we have the Sovremeny class destroyer. This one looks smaller. And apparently he also made the Midway CV-41. And actually did get to see the museum ship in San Diego in real life. It is slightly different because it was a museum ship though, because there's like bars around this and then you can see nice harbor. But yeah, let's go check out Midway. One is empty deck, but yeah, lots of detail on the island and the side structure. Slava Ukraini flag. The hangars are closed, so yeah, we can't see the inside of that. Oh wow, we can on this side, but there's really not a lot going on inside. And then here's how it looks like from the back view. Now Midway is a museum ship, one of the most popular museum ships of all time, but I'm not sure exactly which era this one is coming from. And cool, got the US flag. Pretty interesting that their TNT actually looks like that. And here are some more of his larger scale aircraft fighter jets. And we've got this MiG Foxbat. And there we have the Su-25 Frogfoot. And here the aircraft back again at the farce part. And this larger scale, you can add in so much more detail. And they do have like that ladder to climb on board. And apparently that guy is a person, maybe the pilot. And then here is his plane section. Of course, he has many different Soviet, Russian, and maybe even Ukrainian because he has that flag there. Lots of different aircraft. Su-34 right there. Su-57. We've seen so many Su-57s, but he even has it in the new livery. This one looks really nice with the blue and the white. And in here, I think this one, it comes in this blue color as well. Folded up wings. This must be the Su-33 then. Russian Navy Jack. Let's see what else. Then we have the Ka-52 Alligators, my favorite attack helicopter. And lots of Mi helicopters. Moscow helicopters, I think that's what it's called. An AWACS system, and it has folded up wings. And lots of other aircraft. There's definitely a ton to look at. And then over here is the Tu-160, the Soviet-Russian strategic bomber. This one's practically like the B-1 Lancer. It's getting an escort with some fighters. And then we have an IL-76 Illusion. Yeah, these are really nice. And they even have the A-20 version of it. You know, the AWACS system. I do want to build one of these myself. And apparently he has an interior of the IL-76. Alright, so that's interesting. Let's see what the... Oh, I don't have permission to use the cockpit. Only because he's here. Alright, so here's the interior apparently. Oh wait, is he going downstairs? And then here we have some troops. I guess they're loading up This is the VDV Airborne Forces, and here is the back. There also is the 295 Bear, so that is actually getting refueling. So that must be a special IL-76, the refueling tanker version. And in the back there is one that's on fire. Wow, that one's going down. Ball of flames and some random fighter planes. And we also have some World War II, I guess, Sherman tanks. Even got the Cope Cage armor. No, that's probably something else. This Calipole. And over here, some more aircraft. Again, Su-57 Felon and a B-29. Alright, next up, let's go check out the American planes section. So, yeah, our typical American planes, fighter jets like Tomcat, the Eagle, and F-14, F-22, the A-10, Hueys, and our Black Hawk helicopters. This one has like arms on the sides. And I guess this one comes in green. Got a Seahawk and some more US Navy planes. A Growler, and then here's their Blue Angels. This one looks really yeah, I'm probably using the wrong resource pack. So unfortunately that is not looking the way it's supposed to look like. And now let's go check out the armored ground section. So here, Americans, we have the M60 Patton tank, I believe. And he has like dioramas for all these little builds. Oh look, it's a T-80 BVM for Ukraine right there. Ukraine, Slova Ukraina. And then here we have Russia, maybe like a T-90, I don't know. This one's a T-80UD, the other one T-80U, so I was completely wrong. And then next up we have Germany, got the Leopard tank, the Leopard 1A1. And over here the British, Challenger. And there's a lot more, so I'll just go down the line. All these Challenger tanks. And what is this, Australian or something? Australia, the M1A1. Oh, this is like the Australian Abrams tank design. Cool. I don't think they get much love, the Australian Abrams, to be honest. And then here we have a bunch of, I guess, Leopard 2 tanks, from Germany. This one has a really interesting camouflage. And then next up from Russia, I guess these are some tractors on carriers. Whatever the heck that means. Are they even military, or are they just tractors? And then here, T-72A, and then T-72B, and I guess T-72B3. So yeah, pretty much all the different... That is probably like the wrong color in this texture pack, but look at the ERA. That does look actually pretty good. When using a texture pack, it's much better than the zombie head. T-14 Armada, Russia main battle tank, and lots of other, I guess, Soviet tanks. And yeah, they're pretty nice with the background. Then I guess some BMPs. And I wonder what truck here is in the back. What do you call this? This is a Gas 66. My version looks a lot different from this because it's like 4 blocks wide. He made his 3 blocks wide. And we have some BTRs, and the BTR 90, really thick. All right, and then in front of that, we have even more tanks. We can just go on and on about these tanks. And maybe the texture pack is slightly off, but here is a little diorama and camouflage. And apparently these are the BM-21 Grads. Multiple launch rocket system, and then I guess these are Urals, like that. And then over here is the M1A1 or M1A2 Abrams tank. Which one is this? This is the A2, the Woodland camouflage used by NATO. Yeah, really nice. We have some more Abrams tanks. This one has the Tusk armor on the side, and this one, yeah, standard one. And then he made this little tiny diorama. I wonder why it's so small though. Shouldn't it be larger? If you're taking a photo, wouldn't you still see the stuff in the background? All right, and then back over here, is this China or something? Is this type? Yeah, it's a Type 99 tank there. And there's a couple stuff here. Another diorama there. And here's the Supermarine Spitfire, an iconic World War II plane.